Man, let's go live. Let's chop it up. I'm
All
ready.
right, come
Let's
on.
do it. Look.
Start it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I don't like to count the episodes, man, but one thing I will say before we get into it, I'm actually super proud of us three, man, because every time I look to my right, the guests that we keep getting are just bigger, better. It's people that I really rock with, and people that, that fucking AD right here to my right, he came up, he was like, bro, you my dog, I had to come rock with you.
Yeah.
And just this whole experience of jumping in this podcast game and being consistent has shown me like how much love we really got, man. And people really willing to come sit with us. So with that being said, man, we back. It's your boy Scottie here. To my left, I got my dogs.
What's going on? It's your boy TRU in the building, as usual.
It's Wendell, a.k.a. Beeman, and we have an amazing guest. Like I said, if you don't know who he is, you lose him. But like I said,
they know who he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know who he is, you lose it. But for the people who don't know who you are, explain to them who you are.
Man, listen, I'm AD. I'm a city entrepreneur, world traveler, everything you could think of. I am the part of the American dream. You know what I mean? Coming from small beginnings and everything like that. Yeah.
I love that,
That's
man.
dope.
My first question off rip, bro, is like,
Yeah.
if you from the city, we all know your story. We all know where you come from. Did you ever think that you would jump into this CEO entrepreneur role the way that you have?
Nope. You know, if it was up to me, I would always think like, and mind you, that's us as black people.
Yes.
You know, we're told dreams are just pipe dreams and shit. And I hate that word. It's just a pipe dream. It's just a pipe dream. Yeah, and I don't fault like our parents and our grandparents. They just came from a time where shit wasn't as possible as it is now and stuff like that too. So I feel like God instills certain inklings in yourself to where you can like understand and know something to push you a different type of direction. And I didn't understand. I always thought like, oh, I just want to be a rapper. I want to be the best rapper. And if you really break down who are the biggest rappers in the game, the ones that are iconic, none of them have only been known for strictly music. You get what I'm saying? So there's always been those rappers that are they're iconic for different stuff, and it's dope too. Like I was literally watching the Ray J and Shannon Sharp interview today, right? And just listening to how Ray J was talking about Brandy, right? Brandy is iconic. She's amazing. But would we think Brandy was as big if she didn't have a Moesha? You know what I'm saying? That was instrumental to her legacy.
Yes.
And there's things that when you really break the shit down, people will tell you like, hey, you could just do this one thing, and that's not true. You can be the master of a lot of things, or you could be the master of none and just, figure that shit out along the way. So thank God, luckily, I was able to not make it as a rapper to a certain plateau, and it's still not over. You feel me? Because I still got rapping things that are gonna come. But
I just seen you out in the Bay with LA Russ.
Yep. Shout out to La Russell. Shout out to La Russell.
Russell, you walked in, it got off.
Because you can get off, but the way I look at things too now, right? It was crazy because like all my peers in the industry now are like, hey, this is the time for you to drop something because now you have all of this extra, attention and everything like that. And I look at things of being, as a businessman now, effective. I know how to look at things from an artist standpoint, and I know how to look at things from a business standpoint of how somebody in the media will look at an artist dropping stuff too. So it kind of conflicts, but at the same time, it's I say it all the time. I continue to say it. Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, that's like one of my inspirations because he's a person that you can't put a box on him. He has no ceiling. Mm-hmm. He could be on an Amazon Prime show. He can be in a Spider-Man movie. He could do a stand-up comedy. He could be in a Muppet show. He can write his own show and star in it, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he can drop a song out of nowhere and like a This Is America. And it's effective with everything that he does and stuff like that too. So a lot of times we listen to our peers. people who really don't know the industry and people don't know what the fuck is really going on, and will let them deter us or rush us into something that we don't have to rush into.
No, you're right.
That's insane. What do you? So I know you like, because I'm the same way. I don't want to be boxed in. I don't even want to be considered like. People be like, oh, you're a media person. Like, I don't even like that. What do you consider yourself?
Damn, that's crazy. I consider myself just a. It's funny because I say all the time: rapper, actor, podcaster, hit it the first night but won't broadcaster. I would just call myself like a staple, like, you know what I mean? I'm just somebody that you can't pinpoint it what he is and stuff too. So you may know me from street rapping, you may know me from podcasting, you may have seen me in TV shows, you may have seen me in other type of things though. But maybe just being an entity is what it is. Cause like right now, what would you consider Snoop Dogg? You can't call him a rapper.
He's Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
he's
He's just Snoop, so I'm just AD.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm working my way up to that.
Yeah. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, you coming from, you know what I'm saying, an impoverished community, you know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying, come from similar backgrounds. And for a young man who's like, man, I want to be like AD, how do you break away from what you come from to get to the CEO role? Because obviously there's, you know what I'm saying, there's two different lifestyles. Yes, I know one side is looking for you to continue to be this. You know what I'm saying? While you have dreams, aspirations, family that's looking for you to continue to do this. How do you break away from that for a young person who's looking like, I want to do that one day?
Honestly, just finding what you're good at. And going back to the Shannon Sharp interview, Ray J was saying, hey, somebody may know how to tap dance good or do something different, but our communities don't accept that type of way. So, they'll hide those hidden talents that they got. Find out what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? Put the pedal to the metal on that and just go full throttle with that and see what happens. You know what I mean? Big shout out to my brother Ali, Mixed by Ali. If y'all know who he is.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done amazing things with Top Dog, with just artists across the board. And, when everybody was trying to be a rapper, he was like, hey, he learned how to mix behind the scenes and became the master of what he's doing. He has engineers right now, workshops, he's killing it. Golf retreats, everything across the board, like, is dope. So he didn't do what everybody else thought. You know what I mean? He didn't go the popular route. Everybody tries to do the popular thing because it sounds good and that's what comes familiar. But, somebody may find a niche that nobody else is going to do, and you could be the master of that, and that could be your gateway into getting into this industry.
What really made you like? Because we talk about this shit all the time. Like, LA does not have, or there's a big thing. Just LA, New York, really LA heavily. We got this thing, bro, where we just cool as fuck. We too cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think, bro, I vividly remember being a mailman, bro, listening to.
That's fire.
It's fire. But I remember trying to get Suburban off the ground and listening to your first show at the end of the day on the platform. And that was a major jump to like jump head first into this podcast. It wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my question is like, how do people go and override that factor of like trying to be too cool? You know what I'm saying? You took a lot of lumps doing what you're doing. Like that shit
100%.
It looked lame at first until it became.
It always looked lame until it worked. You feel me?
Yeah. What made you stay in it though? And not like, because you had to feel that like, bro, this shit got.
Nah, honestly, bro, I'm one of the people, I just let God guide me to where I need to get to.
That's dope.
So if it, luckily everything happened the way that it happened, but it's like, like people don't understand being an independent rap artist, how much money that takes, how much less recognition you get versus somebody that has a major label deal. And I'm a person that's very sociable. I have a very great relationship with all the DJs. I have a very great relationship with all the party promoters, the club promoters across the board. 95% of the people don't have those type of relationships. You know what I mean? So if a person like me can barely scratch the surface, my bills is paid to a certain degree. But at the same time, it's like, how can you break that barrier and get to that next level? You really can't. You're really trapped. You're trapped behind a financial gate. And everything else as a whole is going to be the things that's going to bring you up to break you out of that mold. So yeah, I just, the opportunity came my way. God told me, don't listen to nobody else. Just do it. I did it. And, I became a face of it.
What you mean, like God told you? And what I mean about that is like Eric Thomas, right? I listen to him a lot.
Mhm.
He specifically says like he hears God's voice. I feel like I just realized God will talk to me through like dreams. How do you feel like God is reaching out to you?
God don't talk to me through dreams. God ain't give me his voice. I just know like he puts me in the right path. So he's not gonna, even like being here right now, he's not gonna put me here right now if he felt like this is gonna be like bad for me, anything like that too. So yeah, I don't question him. I'm not even the most spiritual person, bro. I pray, and I know he's there for me. And I just move and I do what I do, and he ain't failed me yet. So anything that I do, any place that I sit down, it can either be something greater or it can be a lesson. So I take it all like that.
I think that's dope. I think even for myself, I pray. You know what I'm saying? I talk about how thankful I am. And I think a lot of times people lose sight of that. Like you got to, you know what I'm saying? It's not a go to church every Sunday thing, but you get a relationship with God, not the church. And that sounds like something that you did.
100%.
Where did you find the ability to find that balance? Because most people get stuck like, oh, I got to go to church, or instead of like, let me build a relationship with God.
So my grandmother, who I was around almost my whole life, she was Catholic. And I don't know if you ever been to a Catholic church.
Yep.
No disrespect, God, but that should be sounding like Halo. You know what I'm saying? You walk up and everybody,
Oh, that's what that is?
That
it
is.
sounds like,
That's that.
you go, you go sit down, and you feel me? They have the little bar that you get down on your knees,
Yep.
and motherfuckers start humming, and you feel me? You like, and you like, all right, I don't get this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you go to Christian churches and they give you the word and stuff like that too. But like, I feel like your experiences in life will like dictate you. You know what I mean? It's, how many times like I've been at a party, it gets shot up, or I'm seeing bullets fly past me and it don't hit me. You know what I mean? Or, it's been times where financially wise, where I'm like, shit is due in 2 days. I don't know how this is going to happen. And every time God comes through and takes, you feel me? Like, that's not no coincidence to me.
It's not
at all.
Why you think you and not, why you think you and not other? Because I'm sure somebody's like, my shit due in 2 days, it ain't hit. So like, why does it hit for you but not somebody else?
I mean, you ever heard that song with Kendrick when he said, I don't know why God keep blessing me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Shit, I don't fucking know. Maybe it's destiny. Maybe it is what I don't really know, but I just know that God has never felt me, and I can't speak for other people's experience, but I can just say like, hey, he's always looked out for me. And I've never took a step back in my career. I never took a step back in my life. Everything has always just increased like since I started. So I really feel like, my family, everybody used to say it all the time. RIP to my grandma. They used to say, you're the golden child. You was your granny's favorite. You are the one. And she was a very, very family orientated woman. She really preached family. Growing up, I was not family orientated at all. I hated that. I thought everybody had a family that fucked with them and tried to do this and all that, and not even knowing like you come from a small demographic of people who actually have a functional family that wants to fuck around with each other and shit like that. And I pushed against that.
Yeah.
So, I cared about my homies more than I cared about going to family events and doing street shit more than I care about working and doing certain type of stuff. So everything that was great for me, I pushed against until I didn't have it no more.
Yeah.
The same type of way. And then you really appreciate like, damn, like that was actually very, very dope what you went through, what you seen, having people actually care about you and your well-being and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of lessons. And I always knew that I was equipped to handle, everything that I'm going through right now. For sure.
And that's
Oh shit! I was just gonna say, like, is there ever been a specific like event or maybe like a time period you could pinpoint where like you felt as though like maybe I am being a little bit more distant from God than I probably should. Like, man.
Oh, 100%. And I've said this before. Like, if you watch the podcast, it was one time, right? It was only one time in my life where I really felt like I was like contemplating like religion and what was going on. So mind you, like I'm losing a lot of homies. You know what I mean? As an adolescent, it got to a point to where like you see people dying around you, but you don't think that it can happen to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel invincible
Yeah.
because you haven't learned nothing yet. Mm-hmm. So you can go do dumb shit. You can see certain things happening and you like, it's not going to happen to me. And then once it starts happening to everybody it just keeps getting closer to home. And you like, oh shit, like this shit is real. Yep. And I got to the point to where one time I was like kind of contemplating faith. I was like, does everybody that should I be going to church? That's where I kind of got to.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I ain't going to church like that. I was like, should I go to church? And it was like heavy on my mind. And I tell people this story all the time. My homie Davion, rest in peace. Me and him went to the Compton swap meet, which is Walmart now. We went to the Compton swap meet. I used to live right down the street from there. We went to the Compton swap meet. We was over there, looking at CDs and all type of shit like that. And a lady randomly walked up to me and my homie, and she was like, hey, excuse me, have you been saved? And my homie looking at her like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Ooh. I'm like, nah, because I'm one of the people. If God speaks to you,
listen.
Yeah, but he speaks to you through other people.
Yep.
So this lady came up to me randomly and she was like, have you been saved before? And I was like, yeah, I've been saved before. She was like, would you be saved again? I'm like, yeah, I'm being respectful. My homie, he mad at me.
Yeah.
He like, man, fuck her. I think she about to give me a pamphlet to come to her church, which I wasn't going to go to. And she said, hey, follow me. So me and my homie followed her to the parking lot of the Compton swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she fucking took out some holy oil and she put it on me and my homeboy, rest in peace, and she prayed for us. And she looked at me and she was like, everybody that go to church ain't going to heaven. So right then and there, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like that it kind of spiritually fucked with me because I was like, I got my answer. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't go to church after that, but I kind of was like, okay, maybe just me having my faith and praying and doing what I'm doing in my own time counted. Because I didn't know if it counted or not.
Yeah.
So you felt like that was what, like kind of like your defining moment and like
yeah, and I say it all the time, bro. Other than funerals, I haven't been to church in years. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest spiritual person. I just know I got a relationship with God, and you know what I mean? That's just what it is. I'm not perfect or nothing like that. Yeah.
That's dope. Because I used to go to church all the time, and I thought that was the way into heaven or to get a closer relationship to God. But I realized that, just like you said, the lady said that everybody in church ain't going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who's not going to church ain't going to hell. You know what I'm saying? So I end up building a relationship with God myself. So I get up in the morning. I tell them I get up at 5 in the morning to get my own mental right. Pray, get myself together before I get my energy and everything to the rest of the world. But to hear from you know what I'm saying? That's dope to hear that, you know what I'm saying, that other people realize that it's just getting a relationship with God, not the church. Because too often when something happens at the church, they want to give up on God instead of like, God didn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people at the church did. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's awesome.
Even at your like lowest moments, you gotta like, we can all probably go back, right? Just like you just said, like being a mailman and then seeing where you at now. At the time, you probably was like, man, I'm a fucking mailman. You feel me? Like, like, nigga, who the fuck really like the mailman? Like, nobody's happy to see the mail guy unless you got a check. Like that. You know what I'm saying? The dogs hate you. They trying to chase you and shit. So it's like, yeah, you probably look at that moment and you like, but you can look back at that now and say, damn, I went from being a mailman to running a dope company and I'm doing podcasts and I'm just extending the brand. You feel me? Like that's abnormal. That's not normal. Yeah. You guys all are doing dope shit right now.
And to your point, like if I look back over my life coming out of South Central, father, you know what I'm saying, went to jail for 19 years, mother addicted to gambling, On top of that, I was in special ed. I ended up teaching myself how to read, writing books. But it was all because of, like you said, the things that God took me through to give me a different level of appreciation for life. Like you said, I wouldn't have went to college and got a degree and do all this stuff if it wasn't for the stuff that I've been through. But you're right, the stuff that you go through definitely help you become more of who you want to be.
True looked at you. He's like, you taught yourself how to read? He respected that big time.
Yeah,
Nah,
That's huge,
dope,
though.
though.
That is. It's
like, I don't
huge.
even know how to
He didn't
go
know
about
that.
doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, if you don't know how to read, just like,
Yeah, how do you
like, how do
I'd
you
rather be the mailman.
But the way I ended up teaching myself, you come up to a stop sign, somebody say stop. I had a little notepad. I write stop down, go to the library, and I write stop, 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 STOP. And I did that with enough words so I was able to kind of formulate sentences and things of that nature. And before long, I was able to read. But it took a while.
Mhm.
But it wasn't the traditional route where you sounding the word out. I had to learn how to spell the word. Then I was able to.
How old was you when that was?
It was in high school.
I was in high school. Damn.
Nigga, ain't this your brother?
We got a crazy.
We got a crazy
Bro, we ain't meet. When did we meet?
like 4 years ago.
Met like 4 years ago, bro.
And y'all
At
blood
the-
brothers.
At the gym.
Blood brothers.
Bro, we from LA, bro. You
Our
know how
daddy
this
was
shit-
my daddy got
That nigga's got them ears. Is that how
My ears
y'all
look like
do?
his?
Yeah.
I had peeped to it just now, nigga, low key.
our daddy got 17 kids. He was in jail for 20 years.
Yeah.
So when,
17?
yeah,
Yeah,
my daddy
bro.
got 17 kids.
Damn.
So what happens is
Dog.
he was a baby, you know what I'm
Club,
saying, when my daddy went to jail. So I didn't know him. And I met him at a Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
We was literally
Right.
at Planet Fitness working out.
He likes to say that I was in there doing my thing. He kept looking at me in this weird way. I'm like, who is this nigga looking
This
at
is
me?
Where I was telling my brother, I was like, I don't know if he on some sus shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm
I thought you was gay.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was working out. He was watching me a little too hard.
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hey, he finna cook.
No. Because y'all brothers now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood brothers, bro.
No. But what made y'all niggas notice each other? Because I don't know who's looking at who.
I'm about
He
to
was
tell you.
staring at me, right?
Listen.
So I'm like,
I'm
hitting my shit. I'm like, let me
This
go
is why you trying to
move.
overtalk
So
me
then I
right
start
now.
hitting my abs. But you know the ab machine, you leaning down. So I'm hitting my abs, boom, boom, boom. Here this nigga come. He move over. I'm like,
I was at the ab machine first.
oh, this nigga's
Wait, what do y'all
He's
niggas sound like y'all was stalking the next
He's
nigga?
cap.
I'm telling you, I was working out because he even came out and told
Then
me.
mind you, I leave the gym. Who leaves the gym after I leave the gym? He's capped.
So
Go
you
ahead.
was the night crawler.
He was the night crawler, man.
This is why he trying to overtalk me.
He was a night crawler.
Just because you're loud don't mean you're
We have a fact checker.
saying?
Solomon, check the facts.
Matter of fact, I'll pull up the text.
I can't
And
check that
you,
fact.
You explaining this. Like, that's why he quiet there.
I'm trying to get you
explain-
yourself.
Yeah, I'm about to say the homie should have popped you.
No.
You sitting there following him from the fucking.
We already determined Wendell's the night crawler.
No,
Go
no.
ahead.
I go to the ab thing. I'm doing my abs. He come next to me and he do his abs and then he leave. And then after I get done, I see some keys on the floor, so I'm getting ready to take him to the front desk.
Nigga took my keys, bro.
Listen.
Go ahead, get your shit off.
I'm taking the keys to the front desk. He come back in. I was like, "Hey, bro, you drop your keys." He was like, "Yeah, what's your name?" I was like,
See,
"My name Wendell." This is what my name Wendell. He was like, "Oh, that's my daddy name." I was like, "That's my daddy name." I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know my daddy got 17 kids. I'm like, I don't know all of them. So I'm like, what's your last name? He's like, Jones. I'm like, oh shit, that's my last name. And then we got to talking and realized that, you know what I'm saying, we got brothers and sisters that's the same. And come to find out, you know what I'm saying, we were brothers. But at first I thought he was, you know what I'm saying, I thought my brother was sus. I was looking at him like,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying, I'm telling you.
But what made you think he was gay?
Because I'm working out.
bro was looking at me. He
Listen,
was trying to taste his temperature. Now I'm starting to wonder. I don't know what's going on.
See, this is
He
what
was-
this, after where he told me, I asked him, I was
How
like,
many of y'all got kids?
I do.
I ain't got no kids.
I do.
I ain't got no
You know
kids.
what I'm saying? I
you
asked him,
You might be the one.
I asked him, I was like, why, you know what I'm saying? Why was you know what I'm saying? Why was you watching me the whole time? He was like, nigga, you was in there going hard. And I was
Hey, yo.
I promise you. I promise
that
you.
nigga
This is what
cap.
he told me.
That nigga's cap.
This is what he
Listen,
told me.
I say this. God is huge because at the time me and the homies was butting heads. So I wasn't even like talking to the homies. And because I wasn't, when he was watching me and shit, when he brought me my keys, He gave
bought
it to
him
me.
his key.
I walked him on my way. I just started going towards the car. And then something told me, like, bro, the homies ain't working out with you. Like, you need a workout partner. You know what I'm saying?
Look, here he go. He's watching me.
I didn't walk back in
Hey,
there.
Scotty, all right, this is
I turned around.
yeah, right now.
Here come the truth. He changed
You
the
was
story.
so you okay? What I gather from this conversation so far is that you was scoping out his workout skills and you was inquiring a new workout partner because your homies was
The homies wasn't
You better
working out.
go with that.
So when
Because other than that, you looking sus.
I start
and found
walking.
out it's your brother.
I start walking away, and
You start walking away, or you walk out of the gym, and I was at the front desk.
you came out the gym. We was already out the gym. You came up on me.
Had your keys.
You hit the light jog. You said, "Hey, bro," soft voice and all that. Gave me my keys.
have a soft voice.
I said, good. I was surprised. I said, good looking.
Why'd you just met me?
I said, good looking. Right? Took my keys. I walked towards the car. I said, you know what? I was like, bro, like, what days you been here, man?
He did it. He can't even get it out. He can't even get it out. It's the lie.
Because I was going to say we could work out, but it all sounds
So
sus.
you was looking for a gym partner at the gym.
Go with that.
Man, God put that show in my heart, bro. I don't know.
Nah, don't put that on God. I don't know about that
The
one.
truth is coming out right now. I told you.
Hey, man, listen.
I was gonna say this.
All the
I'm not gonna say
ask
gay.
about me, man.
You wanted a friend. You was getting to with your homies. It was somebody that
that's
wanted.
it, man.
You see somebody that was pumping iron the right way. You was like, maybe
He was watching me, man. I'm trying to tell you.
No, but you just said you asked him.
Because he
When
brought
you
me
come to the
keys.
gym.
I wasn't looking for a workout partner. I would go to the gym
He
by
was,
myself.
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Scotty, he got you.
Damn, fool.
The truth is what it is.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
So, AD, how did you start rapping?
Yeah, I'm still.
Change the subject, man.
Hey, no.
Help this nigga Scotty out.
Shout out to Scotty.
Well, okay, go
Go ahead. You got something to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna take his question. Don't answer his question. Answer this one.
All right.
What's your day to day right now? And I'm selfishly asking that because you're running this media company. What's your day to day?
Bro, I do so much shit, I be burnt the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. You know, I was lazy for so long. Nigga play video games all day, just not really having no structure. You know, going outside, taking my baby mama car, going to the club, just doing bullshit.
You're real LA.
Yeah,
nigga.
nah.
I'm just keeping it real. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times people have dreams, and you know how they say prayer don't work without work and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah, having a lot of hopes and aspirations, but not putting in that work to do that. So now, man, my life, and it's crazy because I have to like really block out time for whatever I need to do. So, you know, it's filming, picking up my kids from school. My son has autism, so it's like working with him, giving him his own personal time, staying with him and stuff like that. Also going out, networking, record, just everything in the circumference of bro. It's just, I always feel like it's not enough time in a day.
Nah, you're right. You say you got a son with autism. My
Yes.
son has autism.
Yeah.
How is it raising a son with autism?
I would say it's a little easier because, you know, shout out to my brother OT Genesis. His son has autism, and I seen that firsthand. So yeah, it was easier for me to accept and also learn, you know, and his baby mama, you know, gave me a lot of information. And yeah, my son taught me and still teaches me a lot of patience and stuff like that too. So as my life is hectic and I'm going around crazy and everything like that, I get to, like, you know what I'm saying, watch him make small progress in certain areas and stuff too. And it makes me appreciate and understand, because my son, being nonverbal, he's 5 years old, he's still nonverbal. He comprehends very well, but I don't know, he's tongue-tied. I think it's called a proxia or something like that. We're trying to test him for it, but yeah, he can comprehend very well, but he can't actually speak to me, and sometimes that'll make him frustrated. So I've learned to have more patience in all of the fields that I do business in, and just in general when it comes down to people, because, you know, some people may not be able to articulate themselves the right way, but they may mean well and stuff too. So yeah.
What's your experience on that?
The great thing is my wife, you what I'm saying? She ended up recognizing it a lot earlier than I would have recognized it. And we started getting them services early. He was nonverbal, he wasn't talking, but we started getting them services 5 days a week, sometimes 2 times a day, going to speech therapists, going to BT, behavioral therapy. And from all of that work that he's been doing over like the last year and a half, he started talking and he's doing a lot better. So I think definitely early intervention and really, you know what I'm saying, putting a lot of time, but no, it definitely builds patience. If you don't have patience, it's gonna be a problem. But if you're willing to be patient and you're willing to learn, it becomes a lot easier. The toughest thing is them not being able to express themselves. If they can't express themselves, that's where the frustration comes in, and you can see at times where my son can't express himself and he started expressing himself in other ways of frustration and things of that nature. And I think that same thing happens in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I'm saying, you get a lot of young men who don't really know how to express themselves. So because I don't know how to express myself, my emotions take over. And now I start destroying stuff and people and things of that nature. And before long, you know what I'm saying, it's easy to look at a person and be like, man, this dude's an idiot, not knowing that that person didn't get the right tools necessary for them to be able to express themselves so they could be, you know what I'm saying, better off.
No, that's a fact. Do you feel like with all this, like life just comes at you fast, obviously.
100%.
Do you feel like you're like do you have a supreme clarity on like what you're doing and where it's going, or is a bunch of shit just happening and you just managing it?
Nah, because like, you know, it's crazy and it's gonna sound bad, but I come from like a long line of scammers.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have that in my blood, but I don't use that for bad. And one thing Pun has always told me is use with good intent. So I can use with good intent, and man, it's led me to always find new hustles.
Yeah.
And I can always put myself in a certain position and learn how to make money from different situations. So I always talk about this book, and my audience always, they be like, stop talking about this book. But shout out to my homie Kenny Hamilton. He sends me this book called Who Moved My Cheese. And
Hey, bro,
yeah.
you and this guy right here,
Hey,
y'all got a lot of shit in common.
Oh, bro, I wasn't this guy a year or 2 years
This
ago. You know what I'm
God damn.
No, I wasn't this guy a year or 2 years ago. But
No, bro, you like you.
when you talk about scamming and
Word for
learning how to
word.
use it for
He
good-
put me
we-
on
we-
Who Moved My Cheese, 100%.
bro, but that, like, you know, that book, Relentless, you feel me, by Tim Grover.
Yep.
Yup,
That's
fire.
that's a good one. 50 Cent's book is Think.
Fifth Law of Power.
No,
or-
not that one.
His
The
new
second one. It's
Um,
a Think Rich, Grow Rich. Something like, oh no, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
book.
the one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Just learning other people's, you know, what they went struggles and what they went through, and seeing how they took the game by storm and stuff like that too. So for one, Who Moved My Cheese, it's a very, very short book. You can really tell somebody about it in 5 minutes, but you know, you don't just get comfortable where you at. And that's one thing that I've learned, is that I've always found new ways to hustle. So yeah, like when I got in the game, music was the main focus. And once I seen the tide turning, I didn't even know that I was implementing that. I wasn't afraid to sit there and say, hey, let me try something else.
Yeah.
And I became good at something else.
Mm.
And yeah, like podcasting, man, and streaming has changed my life all the way, and also made my original hustle, which is music, 50 times bigger. And you know what I'm saying? Put me in the position to where I can make money any type of way. So even now, like, I have a lot of sponsors. I never was into like sports like that at all. Like I didn't care. Now I watch every fucking sporting event. Like, you know, I got to deal with PrizePicks, and I be up at 2 a.m. researching e-gaming and shit like that. Like I put my plays together and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I became like a person that people, you know, paid to get information about certain games and
Picks.
certain shit, bro.
On that
Like
subscription model. That's where the
Yeah,
money's at right
but
there.
But
it's just
it's a lot of money in sports.
continuing to find out new ways of gathering information and making it in a way that I can monetize from that stuff. And not maliciously, but just literally like learning and putting my people on game. I literally have like 15, 16 people that I text every day, like picks that I get, and we all just make chili together.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
No,
What,
last,
yeah,
last football
On that
season,
list.
when I say
Everything.
I cleaned up last year,
I'm finna say your number.
whew, I don't know.
What's your number? On PrizePicks?
No.
Not on prize picks.
No, he's talking about my winnings last year.
How much he won during football season.
Just,
What's the number?
This nigga
It was
like
over
200.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Like, that's
Before,
How?
after the bowl.
Nah, I seen your
That was
number. I
after
seen
the
this nigga
bowl.
number too.
The
yeah.
earnings. That's what the earnings was looking like after that bowl loss. I know you was sick.
Yeah, I was
Sick.
sick.
Bowling?
No.
I'm talking
Bowling
about Super
to
Bowl.
football.
No,
No,
I'm
Super
talking about
Bowl.
because you put on that Super Bowl.
Yeah, bro. I'm finna join your little
On me,
what's
join
that
the
thing
Discord.
called? Yeah.
nigga.
That's what I was
Hell
finna
yeah.
ask. You want me to say the
Man,
number?
I don't lost faith in Prize Picks, nigga.
That's 5 months?
Yeah.
75.2. 75K in 5 months.
Yeah.
How they join your Discord again?
We got Winnable/AD.
Winnable/AD.
Yeah.
How much is it? What you charge? Like $5 a month or something like that?
25 a week.
25 a week? And they
Yep.
eating that back easy.
Yeah.
When did money get like, when did you look and you like, nah, this shit real? Like, money.
My second month on YouTube doing the streaming. Yeah.
From ads or from like
Nah,
deals?
just ad revenue. I didn't even have no deals.
Just ad revenue.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh, man.
I know you talked about, you know what I'm saying?
At the time, that was the most money I've ever made at one time
For real?
in my life.
Off the YouTube?
Yeah.
How do you blow up on YouTube? And I'm asking this selfishly because now we got this couch. We've been posting on YouTube like twice a week.
I mean, like, I can't take nothing away from the platform that I came from.
Yeah.
I kind of got like a
A
springboard, a jump start
Yeah.
of an audience. So I can't take nothing away from that. So that really helped me, you know what I'm saying, cultivate my audience and stuff like that. So yeah. But I didn't think like, you got to understand, right? Where we come from and what you're used to. I was used to, luckily, maybe once or twice a month, get a $2,500 show. Yeah, and you living off of that. It's enough to pay the bills. You cool. Like, as long as you get a couple every month, you can live comfortably. You can live all right. It's a difference when you're doing less work. It seems like less work, but expressing yourself, not having to invest as much money, and then you look at like a high 5-figure check for the month.
Nice.
Right? Like early starting. And then you like, oh, hold up. Like, yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
And then instantly you're like, okay, that starts coming in consistently. And then you start getting sponsors. And then, you know what I mean? You start getting money from other places. And then you combine all of that. And it's like, wow, like I'm making more than 5% of men in my age range of all fucking places. So it's like,
Yeah, no.
yeah, like that shit is crazy.
No.
Jeez, do you feel like, I personally feel like, even though I look at the YouTube grind, I'm looking at it, because you could play with the SEO, the how you do, but I really break it down. I'm like, bro, I feel like what you do outside of YouTube really is what will bring even like a podcast, people want to know who you are before they even come check you out. Like the outside stuff is really what brings it in.
See,
like,
but you know, you got a brand already. So like, you got Suburban, LA. You've built a brand and you cultivated an audience that you hope to translate into what you're doing right now, which is podcasting, which will lead to other things too. So it's about getting people involved in everything that you're doing. So somebody like Snoop, you know, Snoop can sell fucking beers. You know what I'm saying? He can sell liquor. He can sell albums. He could do a reggae album. You're gonna fuck with it. Everything that Snoop does, you fuck with him so much and you think that he's so cool that you will at least give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it with his
Yep.
gin and juice. I bought
Yeah.
one. I bought
Exactly.
one. And even if that's, and you think about it from a business perspective, as a business, you look at the whole world as people you could sell to. All you gotta do is sell one product to each person. I already bought one product for the year. He's like, you're good. Now I can sell to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I bought his cereal.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
But it's about having that brand to where, because how long has Snoop been doing this shit for? You know what I'm saying? We was little kids and shit too.
Forever,
So
yeah.
it's hard to stay that relevant for so long and have a audience and a brand that is always cool.
One of the things that you said at the beginning of the podcast was rappers who become big and stay big, they end up learning to do stuff outside of rap. And Snoop is one of the main people, especially coming out of Los Angeles, that did it and did it well. And this is one of the reasons why he continued to elevate and become who he is. I even think of somebody like E40 up in the Bay.
Man, come on, 40 is shout out to 40. Like people don't understand about 42. Like I literally just told my mom, like he sells burritos, bro.
Yeah.
He has burritos in
You got
stores.
I
burritos?
didn't even know.
Yes, E40 has burritos in stores. He calls himself the Goon with the spoon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He has tequila.
Yep.
He has popular wines.
Wine, he got a popper wine, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Real estate.
Everything. Like you may on the surface maybe be like, oh, E40 is just his rapper. It's like, nah, he's bigger than that, bro. Like
Yep.
way bigger.
I look at, or go.
No.
I look at, I always say to him, like, okay, like we get in the media, we know how to cultivate an audience in the media, so I think we got that pretty much on lock. It's just a time game. I always ask him, like, what's our product? What's our product? I love Nelk Boys. I think those dudes are killing it.
Shout out to
They
Nelk
got
Boys.
they got Happy Dad, right? Or look at Barstool with High Noon.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like your product is? Not merch, right? Because we come from, it's like merch. It's like all the basic stuff. Do you think there would be a product? If AD had a product, what would it be?
Once again, that's a thing that once we cross that threshold, it's gonna be there.
This nigga
You know
always
what I mean? Like
I'm finna walk off.
you don't, yeah, you don't have to see, and that's the problem, especially as like black men. We feel like we're in a race with everybody. Like we don't have to race, bro. Like each of us are our own individuals, and we all have things that we can bring to the table. And yeah, it may take you longer, it may take me longer, but as long as we get to that point, so.
But do you feel like you got that mindset once you got the chili, or did you have that mindset before you got the chili?
No, I definitely had the mindset, but the chili made it
Even
more
easier
than what it was. But like the only difference between you having chili and not having chili is really how you handle situations in life.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Break that down. What you mean? Like
how you handle situations, how you handle conflict is one thing, right? How you go about doing business. How about, just how you treat people in general, how you look at your interactions with people and stuff too. So yeah, like, and nobody's perfect. We all slip sometimes when it comes down to that, but it's all about the intent and what you're accomplishing. So some people just wake up to do what they're told and it just exists. And some people wake up with a plan, you know what I mean, to execute during the day and shit like that too. So if you choose to just execute, the task that you have at hand, yeah, you're going to be way more ahead of the person that's just waiting to what somebody throws their way and stuff like that, right? So even like in the book Relentless breaks people down to certain type of categories. And,
oh yeah, it was like the superstar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, Relentless is from Tim Grover. Tim Grover was the trainer who trained Michael Jordan. He trained Dwayne Wade and he trained Kobe Bryant. And he basically said like people like Kobe Bryant and Jordan, they were the people that once they won a championship, they'll go right back and start, training again and cooking, while everybody else is celebrating and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you have other type of people who are just great at what they do once they're told, right?
Yep.
Somebody has to tell you, hey, you're great, then you can go do this. And yeah, they don't break the barrier. And then you have some people who are just mediocre, and you can put that into everyday things where it's like, okay, some people They don't have no dreams. Or they do, they just afraid to go for their dreams. So they go get a job that they don't like. They're depressed and they just do what they're told. And whatever happens, they let reality just hit them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never wanted to be one of the people. I'm gonna shape my own reality. I'm gonna figure that shit out. I'm gonna do what the fuck I need to do. And yeah, like, so you want to be a person that you're always finding joy in doing something. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I keep hearing you say, it maybe it's just shouting to me, is that you always got a positive perspective,
Yeah.
no matter what. Where does that come from?
Man, I done lost so much, bro. You know what I mean? And I've been around so much negativity forever. And like, don't get me wrong. I can turn up and do some bullshit. You feel me?
You
And
seen you turn up?
a lot, bro. Like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my temper, I have my ways, and I'm still working on myself. But at the same time, too, is that I try every day to have that positivity. It don't always work, but for the most part, you know, I really feel like we put on this earth to help one another, and you know what I'm saying, to get to that next level too. So yeah, if I can have my days more with positivity, who wouldn't want just positivity? Who would the fuck just wants to be evil? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, evil comes from from different type of roots. You know what I'm saying? Like, of trauma that's unspoken of and shit like that. So it's like, nah, like, I can either be a product of my environment, or I also know too that I'm a role model for a lot of people. A lot of people count on me. A lot of people are looking at me, and I have children that are watching my every move. So I can do shit the way, an idiot way, or I can sit there and do shit a certain type of way that my kids can be proud of. I could be proud of later down the line because I've done it so much wrong. Yeah.
No, that's so true. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, what artists are you listening to right now? What kind of music? What kind of vibe are you setting for yourself right now?
Honestly, it differs, but for the most part, like, if I'm driving around, for the most part, it consists of like 90s R&B. To me, that's the golden era of music.
Man, it was.
Yeah, that's the golden era of music, and I feel like that's kind of what we lack now. And shout out to little bro 310 baby. You know, he in high school still about to graduate. Made a song that reached the masses. He made it fun. People are dancing to it, and I feel like that's what's missing in music now. The 90s, and you know, I recently like started like researching like New Jack Swing and stuff like that, right? Really fucking with like what Teddy Riley and them was doing. If you look at their videos, Aaron Hall and everybody, like, if you look at their videos and what they was doing, they cultivated a sound, and it was fun. People was dancing, and it seemed like a time just to be there. So, you know, you can go back to like maybe the jerk movement. It's the same type of thing where it was like, hey, this is a movement that people made careers out of. A lot of people made careers out of that. And I feel like the music today, for the most part, there's not a lot of movements like that. And there's not a lot of people making careers out of certain situations where it's fun at the end of the day. It always leads back to fun and the movements, and we don't have a lot of that. So I feel like the 90s was the golden era of that.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Like I said, that's my.
But there's a lot of like new people I listen to that I really, really fuck with, whether it's rap or R&B. If we was to go West Coast, Zoe Osama is one of my favorites. To me, he's bringing the fun side back when it comes to music. I really fuck with everybody's shit, but for the most part, when I'm driving, I'm listening to like old R&B and shit like that. Yeah.
You really from the city. I want to know, what do you believe is the most ratchet city in LA?
Ratchet city, and depending on what do you mean by ratchet?
You give me your definition. What do you believe is the most ratchet city in LA?
I mean, overall, you would just have to say South Central. South Central was a collective of just everybody and shit like that too, because, you know, it'd be wrong to say just one city, because like when Rise came out and, you know, all these dance crazes and shit too. It hit all our city the same exact way. Everybody has their dances. Everybody has their different type of crews and cliques, and we all have seen that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we had to like really, really like pinpoint it, we would just have to say South Central. Like South Central is what it is.
I think I'll give him that.
Nah, South Central
Yeah.
turned up.
So, I mean,
I grew up
As
in
a
South
whole.
Central. I know South Central.
Yeah.
You turned up.
You going to that? I know y'all seen that Kendrick thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
You going to that?
I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be in that.
On me.
motherfucker.
Everybody.
Shout out to Kendrick.
I
man.
didn't
Shout out to
hear
K-Dot.
about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out the loop. What is he having?
Well, the entire story, Juneteenth festival in Lamar is like every year. That's like the thing.
They can't.
Yeah.
They canceled it,
Mhm.
and then he announced a tour with free lunch. Shout out to Tim Henshaw, by the way. But they're gonna do a concert at the Forum on Juneteenth.
Oh,
So tickets drop tomorrow. That's gonna be crazy.
oh, it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him for the free
Juneteenth?
ski though. Tim, holla at me. Hopefully the tickets is like low price. That'd be
No,
great.
they're definitely not.
You don't think so?
Kendrick on
He ain't
fire
fit-
in the city right now. After doing what he did to Drake.
Honestly,
That's gonna go up.
I think Kendrick is gonna
Low
make it to
Look out.
where
Yeah.
it's affordable. And like
It's gonna be the resale. That's the resellers was
Nobody reselling that right now, bro. Everybody's going.
nobody's gonna
They
resell.
got-
Maybe a couple people.
because we're in the middle of a moment right now,
Yeah, nah,
People
we
want
all-
right?
that.
When that shit comes out,
Yeah.
you don't want to fucking highball motherfuckers. You want the people that really support you and fuck with you to be in that building and shit like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Not like us. That's gonna go so crazy.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
first time he gonna ever perform that. Yeah, bro. Ain't no way.
I'll definitely be there.
Yeah. We got a ticket drop tomorrow. We gotta figure it
Over
out.
under, how many times he gonna play it?
Kendrick he probably gonna
probably
perform that
twice.
Yeah. maybe.
once or twice. Yeah, Kendrick ain't gonna overdo it at all.
I feel that.
Kendrick gonna keep it real. Who you think he gonna bring out though? Who would he? AD, are you coming out?
Nah. Shout out to Dot though, man. Bro hit me up recently and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I was one of the people that like when you know the beef was going on, like I'm Compton to the death. I'm a West Coast baby, so on the media side, I felt like there was nobody like really having his back or even having a voice big enough to be able to, you know what I'm saying, compete with people too. So
Right.
I'm texting academics like, hey, nigga, yeah, like we going back and forth, like I'm holding the homie down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You think Kendrick ever give you the interview?
for sure.
That'd be hard.
Yeah. Dot has always supported me from day one, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? I didn't even know that he was like looking at me, holding it down and shit like that. And he hit me. He was just like, yeah, like, thank you, bro, like for having my back and shit too. So
Oh, it was like that. Got
yeah,
it.
for this whole Drake
yeah,
shit.
Oh,
yeah,
word.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
For sure,
I
for
think one of your boys, Keem,
Shout out to Keem, man.
Keem, my guy. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Good
I remember
guy,
when
good
I
guy.
first
Big
met-
shout out to Apollo.
Yeah, I remember when I first met Keem a little while ago. You know what I'm saying? Cool, one of the coolest dudes you ever gonna meet.
Mhm.
Yeah, Keem is super solid. He was stirring it up when I went to Apollo. He was-
No, he definitely
They
did.
be
He definitely
cooking.
do
They be
that. That's
cooking
my
over
guy.
there.
But he
I feel like
definitely
you got to defend yourself a lot.
No, you do. I held it down. That's what they got
But-
off my back. But at first he came out swinging. I was like, wait, hold
But
up.
I will say this, right? Like dealing with this content type shit, you will learn how to like mentally spar with people.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, and nobody mean no harm. It's just, you know, it's really like practice for you to do your own thing too. So like, I hate to say it like that, but people just, not Keem or not the homies, but you will learn that most of the interactions that you have, a lot of people try to like mass manipulate you and stuff like that too. So
When you say that, like, what you mean, mass manip? Like,
yeah, everybody tries to like find a way to come up off of one another, and
Yep.
bro,
everybody, bro, if you really break it down, like I'm pretty sure people, hey, let's get down with Suburban, and they pitch you why they feel like that they should be a great addition to what the fuck you got going on for your brand and shit like that too. So yeah, like having those mental spars with the homies who really are genuine and
Yep.
just want to get their point across, that's gonna help you see through the bullshit. So like that shit has helped me a lot tremendously to where I can see through the bullshit, and my heart would be like, oh, you're a great person, or you're not a great person, because I can hear it coming out your fucking mouth.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can see certain cues and certain signs and know that when a nigga trying to put you in the trick bag or if a nigga's being genuine with you.
Yeah, I'm still learning that one.
So shit, like since being in these rooms and shit so often, you feel like it's some type of like misconception when it comes to like industry and like dealing with people in the industry? Like,
Nope.
coming from that?
You just you'll learn right away. People will treat you people will treat you how they think as important you are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. No.
And you will learn that when people feel like you're disposable or you don't mean nothing to them, then they're going to show you exactly how they feel about you. So, don't take that with emotion. Just take that with, how you're supposed to move and progress and shit too. And, people come back around. Like, bro, just me being a rapper and people thinking it was over for me before all this shit started moving around for me and stuff like that. I seen a difference with having a hot song. And then when people see that shit dying down, how they like, oh, in their heads, like, nigga, it's over for you. So I'm going to treat you less than what you are. And then when shit starts ramping back up, yeah, you get them phone calls again. You get them people doing that. And at first, I used to take that shit emotionally. I don't take that emotional no more.
But do you like, because I feel like I'm experiencing that right now. Like when they took the page, you start to, certain people I would call on, the energy's way different.
Yep. 100%.
And I'm like, part of my brain's like, all right, like when I get back, you know what I'm saying? But then I try to stop myself from feeling like that. But I guess my question is, when somebody does that to you, do they instantly, like, are they not able to be like a genuine bond, have a genuine relationship with you? Because there's certain people like, that's just high and by. If I need you, we can exchange values. There's certain people that will probably really call you and like, you my guy. You know what I'm saying?
See, but that goes by like, it's not even the other people's fault. It's how
Human nature?
not even human nature. It's, are you moving at the maximum of your abilities?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's hard.
If you always make yourself valuable, people are always going to view you as valuable.
Be undeniable.
So a lot of that shit too can be a wake up call for you to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I need to step this up, or I need to change some things up too. So
That's hard.
a lot of people will look at that and be like, oh man, this person fake. No, they're not fake. They may not tell you how they honestly feel, but at the same sentence, like, you put yourself in a position to make them feel that type of way about you.
Nah, you so right. But you know what I'm saying? A question I asked you earlier, but I know we was laughing and joking. How did you get into rap? What, you know what I'm saying? Out of all things that you could have got into in the hood, how did rap come?
I just had a genuine love for rap. My grandma, she used to work for the Parent Center, Compton Unified School District. She used to have a lot of seminars. And under her bed, she used to have a whole bunch of cassette tapes. So I would take her cassette tapes. I knew she wasn't going to listen to them over. I would just record over those with like Power 106 and, listening to the radio and just mimicking my favorite songs and stuff like that. And then around the MySpace days, had me a little Mickey Mouse mic, sound recorder, trying to make my shit sound Mixcraft, trying to find my shit, mix my shit the best possible way, uploading that shit on MySpace and just, you know what I'm saying, just doing what the fuck I was doing. Not having no expectations, just going.
How did you like, when you was like, I could do this?
Probably when YG got signed. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like a high level and business level, because at the time, like, people don't know, like,
That's like your evil twin, I feel like.
that's my nigga right there. I love the nigga to death. But I originally dissed him. You feel me? I dissed him. He responded back, and this goes back to what I was saying about movements. He made a movement. Pusha Inc. was a movement when it came down to that. And at the time, I felt like everybody was doing rap for hobbies, and he had got a major record deal.
Yeah, he did.
And that made us feel like, damn, well, I don't know about everybody, but for me, it was like, damn, the time that we're putting into these songs could lead to, a situation with our lives being changed. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start buckling down and trying to do my thing on that type of time.
That's dope.
I got a couple more, and I think I might be tapped out. But how do you? Because you were like one of those people. Like I see it in myself. Like you know everybody. You know, so everybody knows you. How do you manage those? 'Cause you can't talk to everybody at the same time, or like, how do you manage those relationships to keep it?
I used to try to, but like it goes back to what I was saying. I always make myself valuable.
Yeah.
So people are always gonna look at me as valuable. They're always gonna reach out, and I just learned how to filter that shit now. Nigga, the whole time I'm right here, my phone is blowing the fuck up. I don't know who the fuck is calling me, but that mean, yeah, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
What do you think the worst place to eat in LA is?
The worst place to eat? Wow. I feel like I had an answer for everything except that. It's gonna sound bad, but bro, I'm super easy to please. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I get you.
it's not too much shit that I'm like, okay, this is disgusting. And I have a food show.
Right.
So, like, I eat a lot of food. But if I was to, like, really, really break down what I thought was, like,
Place you ain't going. I ain't going there.
let me think. Maybe like a Chili's or something like that. Like, I don't like, I still fuck with Fridays even though I don't go. I got a piece of my heart. Yeah, places like Chili's and
Like bar food type shit.
Some of the bar food is good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like, you ever go like to like people like who the fuck
Applebee's?
goes to Black Angus or Applebee's and
Oh,
shit?
yeah.
Like,
Outback is
I was just genuinely having a conversation with somebody like, I have never been to Outback Steakhouse or I was like, no one goes to these places here. I was like, how do they stay in
I had Outback before one time.
Like once on me.
years ago.
Literally.
Yeah, like a long
Years
ass time
ago.
Back when
So even with it being that long, I'm like, how do they
But I still go
open?
like me and my girl, like we like going to Olive Garden, you know what I mean?
Olive Garden used to hit for me. I don't know what happened. Like,
I
it's like
still
they
go.
I'm a
used to
fan.
hit- it
I ain't
used to
gonna
hit.
lie.
Soup and salads.
bread?
I fuck with that. And the bread, I fuck
Yeah.
with it.
They got they
That's-
super they
That's
super hard.
our one like, you know, like little thing we do. We go to Olive Garden. We like that shit. Yeah.
So
For that.
I'll tell you one thing. We're gonna send True to the community world media training because you're very well media trained.
Now, nigga, like I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, we're gonna send True over there, man.
Yeah.
Get you get True.
Boot camp,
I was
man.
gonna
Put you in the
ask you know
boot
what I'm saying,
camp.
what's the dating life for you right now? But you say you know,
Nah.
you in a relationship.
Yeah, you know, I've never been single since I was like 16.
Oh, okay.
Always transfer to save data. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Whoever wanna deal with
smart.
my shit,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Smart.
Yeah, yeah. But that's not the right way to handle things either.
Yeah.
Because
So
I used to literally be afraid of being alone.
okay.
You know what I mean? And my whole life I was always around people. I've never like been alone, like ever.
So
Yeah.
what's your best piece of relationship advice?
Cut that ego out too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people can be like, hey, I'm this type of person or whatever. That doesn't make good for a great relationship. Like, who are you proving that to when you can have you know, the point is if you're giving somebody your time and your energy and everything, you're supposed to be vulnerable. And I know that you ain't supposed to say that as a man, but at the same time, like, you shouldn't be vulnerable for the wrong people. You should be vulnerable for the right person. So if you choose somebody to be the person that you want to, you know, give your energy to, yeah, just break yourself down a little bit if you have to. Yeah,
All right.
I like it.
no ego.
I do. So what do you have coming up?
Bro, it's just so much shit. We're curating more shows over there at Fit Community. We have a bunch of live shows coming up. You know, we sold out 3 of them last year. We have like maybe I think 9 this year. 10.
Live shows meaning like physical events.
Physical,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In front of audience,
Yup.
selling
Seen
tickets,
that.
going to different cities and different states and stuff like that too. So that shit is always fun. Curating more shows. I'm gonna be in an episode of one of these reality shows this year. Not like the other type, but yeah. OT has a show on MTV that he did that I was in an episode with. Just a lot of dope shit, man. I got a lot of music stacked up that I'm about to start releasing, and yeah, the sky's the limit. It's just I just keep doing dope shit.
How can people find you on social media?
Just find this shit out, man. You know what I'm saying?
AD.
IITSAD. If you didn't know, yeah, come. You'll run across me in your YouTube algorithm, You know what I mean?
Last one. Do you? How you feel about TikTok? Or you have one too?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. How you feel about TikTok?
Okay, too.
I literally went live for the first time last week, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I got like 7,000 taps or something like that. I was surprised, but I still haven't embraced it enough to where I've used it as a tool to push the brand forward. But I do feel like it's very, very effective and it works for a lot of
I hope
people.
they ban it.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit kind of confusing to operate to me, nigga. Like
That doesn't mean we
like
getting
it's
old.
full. Yeah,
He changed. I know it's big. Was the other night? Day I forgot where we was at. Some food spot because we doing the taco reviews. I was like, "Hey, what's up with this spot?" He was like, "I'm gonna look on TikTok." I said, "Yeah, it's here."
TikTok has a lot of like
I said, "It's here."
that's it.
a lot of media that Instagram doesn't get, TikTok gets. Because my girl was showing me shit on TikTok, and it's like I look at things to where like, okay, I can monetize shit off of this. If I can't monetize off of it, and now that I know that I can monetize off of TikTok, yeah. And it's also too like what's convenient for you. So I'm a person that's very, very impulsive with spending. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I love electronics.
Only one.
Trying to be like, "Oh yeah, I see you bought them
I had that shit,
the
bro.
Oculus things." Yeah.
The Apple Vision Pro. Like anytime something comes out electronically, I'm like, I have to have
Bro,
it.
why you don't do tech reviews? You know how big that niche is?
That too, but once again, like you have to be on top of everything.
You do.
True.
You do.
So what's the homie name? Marquise Brawley.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro, he got that shit sold up, right? Not to say that I can't do that because it's kind of like the movie reviews and things. Like I come from a different background. I can give a different type of opinion on certain things, but yeah, I'm just a person. Like when a new iPhone come out, I'm gonna buy it. Like the new game system come out, I'm gonna have it the first day. Everything is like that. So yeah, I got like that Apple Vision Pro, liked it for a day, and I'm like, okay, was on that motherfucker for like 6 hours. I took the motherfucking headset off. I couldn't see like that. My head was fucking hurting. And I'm like, am I going to use this shit every fucking day? Which is a fucking no.
You was outside with it, or you was in the crib?
Bro, I was in the passenger seat of a Tesla with a big ass fucking screen watching TikTok, bro. Like literally watching TikTok on that motherfucker. And it was just super crazy. The technology is dope as fuck, but VR for me, I don't know why I get like vertigo and my head be hurting and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's not for me.
Nah, you
And then too, people don't understand like how effective it is having your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
When you think about everyday life, our cell phones have everything that we need. And it's like,
And some.
if there's a product that you're going to spend $4,000 on, yeah, is that going to replace that? No. So at first I was like, I'm going to watch every movie in this headset. No, I'm not. I'm going to watch this shit on my fucking big ass flat screen.
They're gonna. I was watching. What's his dude name? Mark Zuckerberg. He was talking about like the concept of the phone is our whole world is here, but it is confined to this square. The whole idea, what they want to do is eventually this is just gonna be here.
Well, eventually, that's what they have that fucking neural chip.
That's what they said. Yeah, they're gonna put that chip. I'm getting it.
No.
I'm getting that shit.
Like you said,
No accident.
yeah, that wasn't. But it worked out.
I was just gonna say, don't chip me.
Yeah. I get messed up from having them glasses on too long. I get headaches and stuff like that. So I can imagine something inside of my head. What if that shit go off or malfunction? Because technology does that.
But technology is the progression is amazing. Imagine before they had compasses, bro, and they used to use the trees with the sun and that's north. Then they're like, I ain't using a compass. How can you trust it? Then Uber, how can you get in the car? It's technology.
You know what I'm saying? I've worked for technology companies, and one thing that I do know, technology fails more often than people realize.
I agree.
Nah, I was just locked on my phone for
and that's what
24
I'm saying.
hours.
And you think I'm going to stick something in my brain that has the chance to go bad?
Yeah.
Give me that
Not
shit.
happening.
I was just finna say, so like,
I'm not doing that off the rip. Like if
right,
time
yeah,
went
like, how long
by,
would you let it? How long would you let it be out in the public before you know?
Until a nigga do like a triple backflip, I gotta get me one now. Nigga, once niggas start doing shit,
that in the commercials, nigga, like that.
I'm saying once it get to the, it's like, bro, it's like everybody with iPhones right now, FaceTime in, you still got a flip phone. It's time to get an iPhone, guys.
Yeah, but you can still turn that off though.
Yeah.
If you want to. I feel like if something's in your head, you can never turn it off.
Yeah,
They turn it off.
You literally
Nigga, you out there, turn your shit off.
Yeah.
Just don't get the first generation.
That's what
Hell
that's
no.
what I was leading towards. Like, you gotta wait for that S version.
I mean, would you? Do you let the Jermaine got a Tesla? Do he let it drive itself?
No, he doesn't.
Oh damn!
I wouldn't.
I let my car drive itself
That's
on
what
the
I'm
freeway and shit.
Oh no! How do you like?
I love it.
You like it better than the gas one?
Hell yeah.
Damn,
Bro, I have the charger at the house too.
We talking about the electric
Benz,
Benzo.
yeah, electric Benzo.
Oh, that's you out front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that shit. That is clean.
I just got my shit out
You
there.
got your shit wrapped.
Shout out to
Yeah.
RDBLA, man. You fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I just rap my shit. Yeah, bro. Like,
Damn, it's better than the gas
hell
because
yeah.
because you don't pay for gas or what?
Let me tell you why though, right? Not even like, I don't know, bragging type shit. For me, my car came with a fucking electric scooter, like a top-notch electric scooter. Benz gives you 2 years free of charging. You know what I'm saying? And then mine came with a charger, a different type of charger. So yeah, once you have that shit at the house, bro, it's just like a cell phone. Twice a week, I charge my car up, and I can take that shit anywhere.
That's dope.
I don't have to go to the gas station.
No, that's good.
Yeah. So
So-
you get 350 miles, bro.
Do you fuck with the fact that, like, do you like the convenience of it more so than, like, what I'm asking is, like, if you can make any car have those features, you know what I'm saying, would you still want that one?
Yes. Speed, convenience, just that. See, I will say this. For electric, if you don't have a charger at home, it's very time consuming.
Yep.
So, like, when I first got mine, I was going to these places, the superchargers, they're never like empty.
Mm.
So you'll have to wait in line, right?
Yeah.
You'll probably wait 20, 30 minutes in line to do that. Then you got to charge your car up. It take 45 minutes. So,
Yeah,
you know, your time is valuable. So it's a trade-off. But once you have it at the house,
you own.
yeah. So like by the time I get home today, it may be 9, 10 o'clock, I'm going to charge that shit up. When I wake up in the morning, I'm at 100% charge.
Yeah.
They can
No,
go,
that's
you can
dope.
go for how long off that?
350 miles.
Yeah,
That's nice.
good,
Yeah,
That's good.
With still having 2 years free charge. So in between that, if it's getting low, I could just go charge that shit up somewhere else.
The reason why you can't beat Benz to me, bro, is like
I love Benz.
the lights inside. You can't beat that, bro.
No.
There's you
Can't
can't
wait to talk about that.
you
I had
can't
ambient
beat
lighting.
them ambient lights, bro. You can't beat that, bro.
I've had 3 E-classes, bro. You know what I'm saying? 3 E-classes, S-class. I got rid of the S-class to get the EQS 580, and I love that motherfucking car.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Once you don't go to the gas station no more, you will recognize how much money you save.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the fact that you got 2 years free, essentially gas.
They
you know
get
what
it to
I'm saying?
everybody.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
And you get a $7,500 tax credit on your taxes for being
Sheesh.
electric.
Oh yeah, they
Wendell, what we
tryna get
doing,
everybody
man?
on.
Matching EQSs or
And
what?
that's with Tesla and everything.
Trade the
I was
Beamer
just
in.
thinking about, like I said, 'cause I'm about to give me a new car, and
You pull up in an EQS. Damn, that's a good look.
Or
Or the
I don't
Cybertruck.
know, but I just know I'm a
Cybertruck fire.
Cybertruck hard.
I don't like the Cybertruck. But
Y'all seen the way they did J. Cole?
What happened?
This
Oh,
nigga was
they,
at
like,
Texas.
racial
They was-
profile
bro,
him?
they-
Yeah.
Nigga tried, they shoot him out the spot.
I mean, he better dress like a rapper then, man. Stop
Man,
playing.
I ain't gotta do all that.
Yo, J. Cole gets a hard time for that apologizing shit from now on. I don't know. His energy wasn't given.
That's
Come
because
serve
he
me.
jumped out there dissing a nigga, and you can't apologize after that.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't pop you and be like, my bad for popping you.
Yeah, no, it's too
Don't shoot me
late.
no.
You might as
Kendrick
well
gave him a
keep it going.
pass too.
He
Yeah,
did.
gave him a pass for sure.
Yeah, he gave it a pass, but the world didn't.
I think it's because he knew he had bigger fish to fry. He was like, nah, I really want to get at Drake. So, man, we kind of cool. So, I'm going to just let you pass with that.
Why? Well, you know K-Dot better than we do. Why you think he gave him a pass?
Because that's really his homie. And
yeah, cool.
they have a great relationship probably.
Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like he looked at it like you didn't jumped out. Like it's like this, right? A popular rapper, you go on tour with him, you start seeing the lifestyle, you start spending more time with this person, and then your homie come out and then say some shit that you take as disrespect versus him just being a competitive artist.
Yeah.
And you jump out your body and nigga like, nigga, You supposed to be my homie. Like, you taking that shit serious?
Yeah.
That nigga probably felt like a bonehead. He like, you right. I took this shit too far. You just take that L, you know what I'm saying? But you still J. Cole.
Still J. Cole.
Oh. Ideally, what does like a perfect day in the life look like for AD? You
Niggas
do what you want, kick it with whoever.
sleep,
You want.
play some video games, and watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sound like a
That
good
sound-
day.
oh, man, sound like a real good day.
Yep.
Shit.
So why do you think people from California, with us having all these nice beaches, people who are from here don't really go to the beach?
I don't go to the fucking beach. I don't like the sand like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people from
Should always
California really don't go to the beach.
Yeah, I don't like the sand either. It's too much.
Nah. I'm cool on that shit.
I go like once a year.
It's
Oh,
usually people
yeah.
from out of town that go to our beaches.
I used to only go for like bonfires and
Yeah,
shit.
honestly.
Or to like fuck girls.
Yeah, nah.
When I didn't have no fucking place to take them. On the docks and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the beach.
Well, I think I should have the last question since you guys look tuckered out. So as we get
Shots
older, like, you know, we stop thinking more about success and more about fulfillment. And what I'd like to know is, do you feel like you've reached a level of fulfillment? And if not, you know, what do you think it will take, or how long do you think it'll take till you get to the point where you feel like you're really fulfilled in your life?
Honestly, for like one on a personal level, making sure my son is straight, that he can sustain life, you know what I'm saying, without me. That's one part of that. Two, bro, just cementing myself. I feel like I've cemented myself a lot, and people, like, right now, God forbid something was to happen to me, people will say, hey, you cemented yourself in this West Coast culture, but I know I got way more to do and way more people to help along the way. You know what I mean? Whether it's directly or indirectly. Yeah, man. And just overall, just trying to be do things the right way versus cutting corners.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't snake individuals and shit too. I want to be one of them people that people can look and say, he didn't cut no corners. He kept it real. He didn't have to fuck nobody over to reach the success that he got. And yeah, I want to be a testament of that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, you got something else?
Nah.
AD, man, I appreciate you so much, big dog.
My niggas, man. You already know.
The biggest. You did that?
Yeah.
That was perfect. Yeah, I like it.
Man, appreciate you, bro. That was
Nigga, my mom and my girl been blowing my shit up, so I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I see you.
Yeah.